All right, and here is quiet book number 2. So if you watched my first video, you know I'm just here to brag about my amazing, amazing mother who is super creative and makes these absolutely wonderful little quiet books for my boys. And I have a lot of people ask me about them, and so I'm just creating some videos to kind of share what they are. So this is the second one. It was themed around a book that I read as a child that I really liked, called Goodnight Sweet Mouse. Some of you from the 80s or early 90s may remember this book. You could brush the little mouse's teeth and tuck them in, and you were kind of getting this little mouse ready for bed, and it had a bunch of pull tabs and things that you could play with. So that was kind of the theme of this book. And there are beads at the top, Sweet Dreams, Little Mouse, and my son's name in beads. And you've got this little mouse that he's velcroed in, so you can pull that back and tuck him in. He's got a little teddy bear with him, and his soft little pillow there. So that's his bed on the front. I'm going to just set him aside. There's some pages later on where we get to kind of use him. So, yeah, same as the last one, you know, really nice finishings. All the pages are sewn completely closed. We have the bindings and the buckle to open it up. There's a lot of nursery rhymes in this one too. It's kind of all centered around a bedtime theme. So this page is for feeding all the little animals. There's this fun Zip It pencil case that's sewn onto this page, and you can actually continue to unzip this into just like one long string, which my son does like to do, but it serves the dual purpose of holding all the food for the animals on the page beside it. I'm not going to unzip it the whole way. This is really hard to do with one hand. But yeah, that's kind of fun. You just kind of keep spiral zipping. Yeah, and there's food for each animal on this page, and they have a little flap in their mouth so you can feed the cheese to the mousey, feed the banana to the monkey. We've got a little worm for the bird. Early bird gets the worm. What else? We've got a little carrot for our bunny. Fishy for the kitty. A bone for the puppy. A peanut for the elephant. He's got a little bead on him there, a little decoration. And some leaves for the giraffe. Also in the theme of eating, we've got this little caterpillar with the funny smiley face button who eats his way through the apple on this page, and you can kind of weave him in and out of the little holes and yeah, feed him that apple. And there's your bedtime snack page. Then this page is the shape matching page. You got to put all your toys away before bed. So you can open up this toy box, and you'll see all the parts in here to match to the different shapes you see. So you got your tennis racket and your little letters. Got our rainbow beach ball. The detailing on this one I love. The little baseball glove. Again, my mom does these without any sort of template. She makes her own templates for some of them out of cardboard, but yeah, not like something she bought off the internet and sewed together. This is all my mom's imagination. We got a little diamond for the kite. This big rectangular owl guy. You can put him on his feet. And our turtle's shell. Got our spider's face. Itsy bitsy spider. Our piggy face. And you gotta match the colors for the boat. The bottom of the boat. Velcro that on. And the 2 more blocks. Oh, I missed the little fox face. The little fox. Triangle. Put him with his ears. Yeah, so you match up all the toys, a little button you can do up the toy box and put all your toys away. This is a counting page, so you've got your numbers 1 through 10 written along the bottom, and then the same number of beads. So you can practice counting your numbers 1 through 10 with a bit of a tactile experience there. This page I find adorable. There's a little pocket you can tuck the sun behind the cloud. This one is for the itsy bitsy spider. So, you know, he runs up the water spout and then down came the rain. These are just little Huggies lids with all these beautiful blue beads. So you can open up the rain clouds and the rain falls down and waters these flowers. And then out comes the sun and dries up all the rain. You can tuck all your rain back. My son loves doing this page. He loves singing the song and doing the little gestures on the page. And the itsy bitsy spider climbs up the spout again. He's got a cute little smiley face and little stringy feet. Yeah, that's a really, really fun page and super creative. And I mentioned this in the last book, but once again, you'll see the buttons that are incorporated throughout are from a collection of buttons that my grandma had that I inherited when she passed away, that I just as a kid really liked collecting little knickknacks. So those were special to me, and I love that they got incorporated into these books. This is a fun one. We've got Hickory Dickory Dock. Looks a little like Cogsworth. His little, I don't know what this is called, pendulum. You can swing back and forth, and the mouse can run up the clock, and the clock strikes 12. And down he ran, Hickory Dickory Dock. The mouse has got this little nightcap on. Very cute. But yeah, they can also practice telling time, setting the different times on the clock. This one you're probably familiar with, called Hey Diddle Diddle, the Cat and the Fiddle. We have 2 plates. My son lost one at one point, so my mom made another one, and then, of course, we found it. But the cool thing about these are all little finger puppets, so you can pull them off the page, snap them off, and play out the nursery rhyme with all the little puppets on your fingers. And the cow can jump over the moon. He's a puppet as well. Yeah, so that's Hey Diddle Diddle. Yeah, so here's the bathtub page. This is a really fun one. You've got your little bath mat. I love all these little bubbles. You've got little beads in the center of each bubble. You've got your little towel on the towel rack. You can pull that off. And this one is where you take your little mousie and you give him a bath before bed, so you can kind of tuck him in there. And there's a little hidden surprise. There's a zipper on the bathtub, and there's 5 little rubber duckies in there. So you can put the rubber duckies in the bath or hide them around the bathroom and play a little game with your rubber duckies. And when he comes out of the bath, my son loves to wrap him in his cozy warm towel. There's also a bath curtain. You can undo the little button and give him some privacy while he's in the tub. Yeah, so that's his little bath before bed. And then he comes over to brush his teeth. And you got another little mousie here. You can practice brushing your teeth. So there's a little toothbrush cup in the sink. And you take out your toothpaste and your toothbrush. And yeah, brush Mousie's teeth. This was a mirror too, but when my mom ironed it in, it kind of became less reflective, so we were going to stick a new mirror in there. Back to Grandma's buttons. What I love, there's a little secret on this page. You can open that up and it's actually a little flap. And there's a tooth fairy, a little mousy tooth fairy that you can pull off. He's holding a little tooth. He's got little ribbon wings. But yeah, he's just hiding behind the toothbrush cup. Just waiting for Mousy to lose his first tooth. This one is our sheep page. So you're counting sheep to go to sleep. There's 10 sheep in here. They've all got numbers on the back, so you can practice your numbers 1 through 10. And you can put them out in the field. There's one more finger puppet on this page if you open up at the top of the barn. A little rooster sitting in his nest. Again, no templates. Like, my mom just creates this stuff. This rooster is amazing. And he's a little finger puppet too, so I can stick him on my finger and he waking up all the little sheep. Yeah, and when it's sheepy's bedtime, they go back in the barn into their little pockets, and you can do up the button. This page is special for us. It's got our puppy, Cora. We have a golden retriever, so she's sleeping on the floor there. And if you remember Goodnight Sweet Mouse on the last page, you could open the door and Mom and Dad were looking in on you. So there's little Mom and Dad Mousy. You can also open these windows, and there's a couple little animals. Oh, so hard to do with one hand. You just lift the flap. There's a little owl with the starry night sky in the background. Picked a couple little nocturnal animals. And this one you can undo, and you'll see a little bat hanging upside down. Yeah, and then on this page you got another little mousey, and he sleeps in a little shoe. You can tuck this mousey in, or the other one. Sometimes they play together when my son's playing with the quiet book. And you can practice tying a shoe. So you got the tongue and all the lace work, and all these buttons are little toys on the ground. And there's lots of little tactile pieces, and the rug on the floor. But yeah, another little blankie there, and you can tuck the mouse into the shoe and tie him up so he's all cozy for bed on his pillow. Yeah, and that is Quiet Book number 2. Thanks for watching.